Bitcoin, technical analysis, and macroeconomic fundamentals. By the end of this stream, you'll have everything you need to know about Bitcoin before anyone else does. Guaranteed.
That sounds pretty freaking cool. Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend. Cool. Pam, you violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI, the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. And the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard, the Constitution. So thank you for entrusting me with that.
Oh, got it. Got it. Okay. Things frozen. Just the your run-of-the-mill supermodel girlfriend. What? This is very common in politics. Is for these, you know, the first run of losers, which are politicians, failed actors, whatever. They have supermodels as girlfriends. Hey, who doesn't have a supermodel at the White House? But is she 20 years younger than him? Yeah. Big deal. Big deal. A lot of politicians, well, that's actually not too much of a lie. A lot of politicians have supermodel girlfriends that are 20 years younger than them. That's just, you know, give me a politician, I'll show you one. This is part of my ongoing series of Who's This Girl? Because you remember last week I did that video where there was who was talking? God, I can't remember. Oh, it was Rand Paul, and then right behind her was like a supermodel, like almost like Manchurian Candidate, like dead-eyed supermodel, just sitting in the back, like part of the shot, you know. And then you have Kash Patel. Now, listen, women are attracted to power. That's no surprise. But this goes back to the, and I know Wick's wife's probably thinking, oh, here he goes. He's going to talk about losers again. And this goes back to, it's a control structure. I've seen in my own life, I've seen successful men have their entire life decimated because they were seduced by some girl. So for instance, I had a business partner a long time ago, had kids, family, great wife, some bird brain waitress seduced him, because there's always a little bit of the armor that can be seduced, right? And lost his house, just because this thing, you know. And so when you look at these in history, there's this honeypot conspiracy. You can go down it if you want, where, you know, they use beautiful women to control the men, you know. It's not how do you know what a wifey said exactly? I go on ad nauseum about this, but I've seen it happen so many times that when I see it in life, it's like it's not crazy that a 20-year-old younger supermodel would be attracted to a man in power like that. That's not crazy. Just saying we didn't see it for 4 years, you know. Now we're seeing it a lot coming out. The propaganda arm is now a honeypot. It's like it's what keeps eyes on the TV is pretty people, you know. So it's just like Terry Crow, wow, up early, 82 watchers, like number 26. Now, surprise, surprise, everybody, we are still at 95K. This is like the new 58. Was it 58? Someone put in what it was. TRD. Someone put in what it was. Was it 58 that we were like in the summer bummer? We are 58K forever, and now we're 95K. Definitely 58K. Okay, we got that. That's what I thought. 58K, 95K. Now, the only thing that's changed is that we broke the hell out of this potential bull flag. It really wasn't. We were like hopefully making it a bull flag. It turned immediately upon 8:30 open, turned into a bear flag. So we'll just do that quick TA. You take the pull, you slide it all to the breakout point, and then we're all underneath our next channel of eternal monotony. That would take us to 90K. Holy smokes, would the market lose their SHIT? We're at 90K, which is really only $5,000. That's not a big deal. Like we move in a bull market, and even in a bear market, and any normal market except for a sideways chop suey, we'll move 5K in a day. It's no big deal. We could see that. That's probably a wick right here. We would probably find support on the support of the channel of eternal monotony, and then we'd probably wick underneath. Everyone would panic and then come back up. But this is the weird thing, because I was thinking, I haven't been on Drew's channel, and Drew hasn't been on mine for a couple months now, and it's just timing and you know. When you think about it, like if I got one thing to do on a Tuesday, that show's done. If he can't make it on Friday, it goes like this, right? It's, you know, we try. It's always open. But I bet the last time I was on his show or he was on mine, it was 95K. Just to show you how little things have moved. Now, of course, we're under all three moving averages. Not a bullish place to be. Not a bullish place to be. And I would also like to get bare minimum above this channel of eternal monotony. Like I'd love to get above support. It has held. You can see initially in this run, we spent more time back here. When was this? Oh, this was this end of December going into the new year, when hopes were high for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, the new bull run porn of this 2025 bull run strategic reserve. And now we managed to get bounces off every single time. You know, if we don't get that bounce, we're gonna enter into a new channel probably, and we don't want to do that. We want to stay above this channel. Laserface, just think back to 25KU. If you've been here since then or before, you're blessed. Yeah, you're goddamn right, Laserface. Isn't that right? You know, you keep it's weird because we always want the price to go up. It's the only kind of serotonin in our life, right beside our kids. And when it doesn't, everyone starts making problems for themselves. You know, we start inventing. And if I have to close this 4-hour chart on a bullish note, think about the calamity that we witnessed in the past, couple months while we were ranging. This is why it's actually pretty bullish. We had a lot of calamity from the Argentina thing, the Libra thing, the Trump coin. Like imagine that Trump dump, like in the bear market, it would have collapsed everything. And now we have the Bybit calamity of last week. Really, Bitcoin didn't do anything but just keep a heartbeat. Bup, 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 bup. It was like Argentina, rug pull, bip, bip. Trump coin, Millennia coin, rug pull. Not really rug pull, but you know what I mean. Bup, bup. Bybit, biggest hack in the entire world's history. Bup, bup. It didn't really affect it. So in a weird way, that is a bullish metric, seen as though it hasn't really affected the overall market. And to me, one of the reasons there is that because we don't really have a retail market. It's really that retail has the highest emotions because their time horizons are lower. It's like, I want a 10x now. I put in 100, I want 1,000 now, or else I'm out, and they sell. That's really what retail does to the market. And because we haven't really seen retail. If you take a look at this, check out this. This is Google Trends, Bitcoin search term. We are at 22. You got to see, okay, 22. Now, the market low in 2022 was in December. Well, let's find that. May 4th, December 22. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, 21. So at the lowest of the bear market, when, everyone's checked out. We're talking like it's 15, 16K, right? It's the search term is 21, whatever that metric is. We are now arguably at the peak, like the all-time highs. We're only like 10 grand away from all-time highs, and we're one data point ahead of the deep bear market. That's crazy. It's unbelievable. I think good morning, Randy Hipper. She said Michael Saylor bought some more pristine digital real estate in Manhattan. He's recently purchased $1 billion on there. I'll always buy the top. I'll always buy the top. So we know for sure, seeing as though he bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, we'll know the price will dump, obviously, right? Because $1 billion doesn't move the market these days. And why doesn't it move the market? Because it's bought all over the counter. Right? These are backdoor deals that retail just doesn't get that we're not privy to. Now we had a glimmer of hope on Friday that we are breaking out of this head and shoulders pattern, right here, and then market opened, kaboom, bearish engulfing candle, and we kind of have been going down ever since. Now we are in the Upper East Side of this channel of eternal monotony right here. And you can see we spend most of our time, this is going back to November, we peaked out of it, but we spent most of our time in the Upper East Side of this one. Not this one. This one's basically our all-time high / price discovery mode. This is, arguably where we spent more time. And look at the volume, just nothing. Gold sitting at an all-time high too, sneaky. But yeah, so there's a lot of weird things going on in the market right now. With the gold, like it's funny because we don't. Hi, buddy. Oh, Duke's mad at me because I took away his video games. He thought he'd just wake up and play video games. Like, no, it's not what you're doing here. Look at this this volume. So there's so many weird things going on. Imagine if there is no gold in Fort Knox. I mean, there's a bunch of knock-on effects that I think, as much as glamorous as a headline that is, it's actually could rock the world. It would be an inadvertent, we would trip over a black swan because we're all like, yeah. Where's the gold? There's no gold. I mean, all hell would break loose if there was no gold. It would basically be the unraveling of the monetary system that we know. But now when I think about a simulation, because as time moves forward, the simulation theory in my life becomes a more apparent. So for instance, that short that was at the beginning of this video, that was AI. So that wasn't me. Like, it was me. I mean, I had to Fortnite Ninja is what Duke loves playing. What the AI is doing now, and that was just me, like, not really trying, like a prompt. It had suggested prompts, right? One was conspiracy, click, boom, and then it writes a script. And I said, 30-second script, and then it'll reverse it to 30 seconds, and then generate video, and then it takes my AI twin and it makes that video. How crazy is that? I actually did one with Duke too. So if you go to my shorts page, you'll see one of Duke. That's not Duke. That's AI as well, which is even crazier. So you just make this AI twin, and then you can prompt. You can take the suggested prompts, or you can write your own. You can go to Grok and do a 30-minute short YouTube video on Bitcoin or whatever. I got a bunch of them. I hate shorts personally because I think I'm too old kind of to like shorts. I don't know if that makes any sense. To me, it's like has no nutritional value. And in fact, it's like the junk food of consumption, like these 15-minute, these quick things, the TikTok stuff. I guess I like a little more information, and I get it. People want information fast, but so like I just do these shorts because YouTube incentivizes creators to do certain things, right? So they want shorts. They will make your shorts more visible and, get more subscribers. So for instance, 90% of new subscribers to this channel are shorts, which is crazy and heartbreaking at the same time, because they're zombie subscribers more or less. Because my theory is that when you subscribe to a short, you get shown the shorts, but you don't get shown like these lives. You don't get the piano stream, right? So they're basically dead zombie subscribers. But its number go up. Its number go up, right? So it's a weird thing. Anyway, back to the so if we're wondering about that, if you thought something was off, like that's not how Piano Matty B talks. It's because that's AI just talking for me, an AI twin, which is pretty. Why I'm going off on AI is that one of my predictions for 2025 is that we don't know what we don't know about AI, and it's going to come so fast at us that all these jobs are going to be gone. Because once it starts snowballing, there's no stopping it. We're kind of seeing it now, and the correlation between AI and efficiency is a weird tiptoe through dystopian garden, because as much as we want to rah sis boom bah for the efficiency, the Doge, and like nothing makes me more happy than to see a corrupt dinosaur go to jail and lose all their assets that they stole from everyone. Nobody is happier to see that than me. But at the same time, it's like I always say that we demand and we champion our prison, so to speak, right? So where does the AI and the efficiency stop? It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going till it's so efficient. Like the AI agents that you can get now, like let's say I was talking to a guy at the squash club yesterday, and he said like when he has a meeting, he has an AI agent that contacts everybody and correlates the time to meet at a restaurant, and then it gets the restaurant reservation, and it even will add in dietary restrictions. I mean, it's weird. I guess who cares kind of at the same time, but you can see how that efficiency will go into every aspect of life, and it will make life easier, but a lot of things will disappear. So it's kind of a beware of what you wish for of sorts, because as much as I like efficiency and I want to see it, and I want to see all these corrupt dinosaurs go to jail for the rest of their lives and all their assets seized, we don't. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. Likey button ma ninja. Duke's practicing the piano upstairs. I'm not sure, Duke. I'd like to say we'd get 100 likes, but we're basically in the engagement of a bear market right now. This is what I like about the weekly. And now, to some, it would probably look bearish, like we are making lower highs and we are getting closer to our bull flag support, but this looks like a rounded bottom. I'm just going to put an arrow in here so that my simulation follows what I'm saying here. This looks like a rounded bottom. Now we saw that over here. It basically followed this one, except for we haven't gone up here. So this looks like when you have a rounded bottom, you have a lot of spinning top candles, because these market indecisions, they don't know if it's going to go up or down, up or down. And this is the quintessential rounded bottom. I like it. I'm bullish on this. Now, can we see some more Wiccan downside? Yeah. Like the strange thing about February is that it's generally not the greatest month, but it's really not been the greatest month. Look at this. I imagine putting in a bullish engulfing candle on the monthly chart in a bull run. Now, this is the crazy thing about charts. Like the farther you go out, you see it from 30,000 feet or whatever. And it's like, this does not look like your typical bull run. This consolidation. So we are in uncharted territory. This isn't the way bull runs work. So I've almost departed from the concept that the cycle is intact until it isn't. However, it is behaving hella different than it did in 2021. 2021, we essentially went straight up before, we had this, like, look at this consolidation. Oh, you can't see that. So yeah. Consolidation, 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 doing nothing. Everyone's bored. Everyone's checking out. Everyone's selling at the bottom. And as soon as retail sells, boom, goes straight up. And then, of course, we had this calamity in the middle and then straight down. I mean, it's not straight down. These are monthly charts, so it does take, we're in denial when it comes here. But this is weird. Like, this looks like a bull run. This doesn't look like a bull run. This looks like a bull run. Now, bearish engulfing candle on the monthly. Doesn't really look like a bull run. Randy Hipper, none of the crypto companies are working on marketing. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that's, you're right. You're right. You don't see it's, that's why I feel like institutions have come in and changed the game. When pianomattyb being going, yeah, I can't wait to rug pull on the boutique community. Yeah, none of the crypto companies are working on marketing. That's weird. I mean, that's an interesting metric for sure, Randy. Like, that kind of says a lot. Derek Porter says, yeah, rough economy. For sure, it's a rough economy. I notice it on the piano bar. You know, like, the amount of tipping that goes on that would normally, like in years prior, is almost down 90%. You know, like, do you remember that if you tuned in last Saturday, all the crazy dancers, there was a whole dance crew there, and it was one of the best nights we've ever had as far as crowd participation. Now there's a couple hundred people there, everyone having the time of their life. At the end of the night, there was $10 in tips, which is crazy because, you know, the night before was half as busy and there was way more tips. Not way more, but you would think that there would be more than $10, right? And I get it. Like, you see it now. A lot of people will put in the comments that nobody has any money. And to a certain degree, I think you're absolutely right, because we don't have the leeway of looking forward. This is the problem with fiat currency. You can't plan your life, because you know that things are just getting more expensive. So that money that you would allot for luxury items, tipping, you know, a night out, you can't do it anymore, because you know, why, I think I need that, you know, and, you know, instead of tipping the $10, Terry Crow, people are like, well, I think I might need that $10 this week because eggs have doubled or tripled, right? Holy smokes. Wick, Giga Chadwick, pay your piano tax. Thank you very much, Giga Chadwick, for the $20 super chat. Thank you very much. So think about that. Think about that. That tip there, that super chat, was twice the amount of a huge busy piano bar. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Now that's why I see retail not aping in, you know, because, you know, when Bitcoin was attainable, you know, I argue it's still attainable. You just we can't have relative wealth. Like, you know, like when it's $1 million, 100K is going to, like, what am I buying at 100K? Right? When it was at 12K or 16K, I remember people like going 16K, I'm going to wait. Right? And then now it's 100K and everyone's kicking their own ass, right? So at $1 million, it'd be the same thing. But people look at meme coins and all these altcoins, and they're saying that, well, I have a better chance of a 10x, right? And I think if you're thinking in a better chance of a 10x, it's over for you. I really think it's over, because you're kind of chasing waterfalls at that point. And yeah, you might hit. But if you slow it down, you have a lower time horizon, and you understand that fiat's going to zero and Bitcoin is only going up. Yeah, it's higher highs, higher lows, but that will straighten everyone out. Your life will be exponentially better, more calm. You'd be able to sit through the storm, because that's really, what is a Bitcoin hodler? We're really storm sitters. You know, we have 12 days of euphoria in a year, maybe 12 days. And the rest of the time, we're just Lieutenant Dan in the bird's cage. You call this a storm? Give me more. You call this a storm? And of course, you know, it'll give you more. It'll either make you wait. It also makes you wait longer than you could imagine. Right. So here we are in this waiting game, thinking, why hasn't it moved? Why hasn't it moved? And this comes from the reverse time relativity. And what I mean about that is that we're more sophisticated hodlers now. We've experienced more time data points. So we remember to the last bull run and how it was, but we don't really remember it. You know what I mean? Like, we have a vague, it's kind of like when someone asks you, what happened in Star Wars? You're like, there's some kid who lived on a planet and there's a couple moons, and I think he had some talent for something, and then his dad banged his sister or something like that. You know, you have this vague, no, that's not the story. Wait a second, they were brothers and sisters, weren't they? And then that was the dad? I didn't bang Princess Leia. Anyway, you know what I mean? We have a vague memory of how it went, and it's usually rosier than actual how it, because like I remember I was more by the seat of my pants in 2021. Like it was coming at you fast, right? There was no brakes. Here we have brakes, and what happens with brakes? We start inventing problems. You know, it's like it's first world people that have all these crazy psychological problems and emotional problems, because we have all the time in the world to mince over things that really are small stuff, right? We sweat the small stuff because we have time to small. Right now, we are sweating the small stuff because we are in this holding pattern. Like Randy said, Michael Saylor has bought more pristine real estate in Manhattan. I'll always buy the top. I'll be buying the top when it's $1 million. I'll be buying the top when it's $10 million. That's what's going to happen. So will we see that affect the market? No, because it's over the counter. Unfortunately, people only sell on the exchanges. They don't buy on the exchanges. They just dump on the exchanges. But at the end of the day, to wrap this thing up, and this will go straight to Randy Hipper's channel, so you can just keep it on this, and it'll flash to Randy's. You don't got to do anything. Patience is a virtue, my friends. Thank you all. Love you all.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone